City Lanes here for the 1989 Goldpin Coca-Cola Classic. The commentators are Chris Bombolas, Terry Winban and Tony Roderick. This is a first-round match between Alison Fisher and Tony McFarlane. Alison Fisher selected to bowl off from lane 11. And flush in the pocket first up. Great start, guys.
She's a great shot. This is going to be a terrific match. You've got a woman versus a man, battle of the sexes. Look at this shot.
Excellent match. This one's going to be Terry. Alison's got a lot of support out there at the moment.
Yeah, and we look at that ball again. No way that was going to miss. This is Tony McFarlane. He's from Brisbane, 30 years of age, a bowling centre technician. His career 3 times in the Queensland team, runner-up in a couple of tournaments. Let's see how he fares. Well, couldn't get the right reply there.
Unlucky, I thought. He put it down a bit early, rolled up a bit high, but could have easily tripped that 9, Tony.
Yeah, it's just a touch high, Terry. The actual 6-pin's gone out, and he's left with the 8-pin on that one.
Yeah, a bit high, just trips the 6.
Yep.
Doesn't reach it. See it here on pin cam.
Yep.
That, pin
just
taking,
doesn't quite reach it.
No, short pins, I reckon.
Tony McFarlane again. Spear up. Yep, straight as a die. Never going to miss that one.
No, solid spear. See, these people out here, these players shouldn't miss spears.
Of course, Tony is one of 43,000 people who bowl every day in Australia. That's not a bad number there as we see him spear that one up. He's pretty happy with that.
Yes, the concentration on his face there. Good shot. Gets through the ball and likes it. Very solid at the foul line there. Anyway, he's up for his 2nd shot. Let's see what he does with this one.
Lane 11, and he'd love to represent Australia. There he goes. That's what he wanted, coming off a spare into a strike from lane 11.
Looked like a small adjustment there, Chris. You'll see he's moved outside just a little bit on this shot and let the ball float to the pocket a little bit more, and he's solid on the strike.
Here it is again, in this low camera angle, which is great. See the ball rolling up into the pocket. 4-pin takes the 7.
Alison Fisher, 3 times in the Queensland team, 3rd place in the 87 Coke. A game high of 300. Well, she's not going to get the perfect score, and of course the perfect score in the Coca-Cola Classic for 1989 is worth 300, of course, is the perfect score, and it's a new Holden Nova SLE sedan, compliments of Motorama Holden and Springwood. And Andrew Hancock's here as we look at pin cam. A couple of pins standing there.
Yeah, this is a bit of a tricky spare, Tony, for Alison.
Yes, it will be, Terry. You can just quite see that 8-pin behind the back there. It's a very tricky spare. The ball has to cross the lane and also have enough angle on it to hit that pin at the back. Alison throwing the ball very straight has really got to angle this one a lot. Just covered well.
Good spare. That's just what she wanted here. Now she wants to get up and get a strike. He will see it here again. Puts the ball down, looks at it. A little bit light in the back, but the 8-pin was a little off spot there. Good shot, good follow through. Quite a good player.
Yes.
And during the seeding tournament, Alison had an average of 199, a game high of 245. She'll be looking for every one of that sort of drop in the pins here today.
If she strikes out, she can still shoot 280. Great match. No, she put that one down well short. She knew it. What do you think, Tony? She knew that was a bad shot straight away?
I think so. You'll see her drop the ball actually a little bit too early this time, and she dropped it inside a target, which made the ball go right through the middle of the headpin, leaving a dreaded 4-6 split.
Okay, guys, this is where you get to tell me what happens here. What does she go for? Take one out and hope for the best?
Take one. I think, you know, like I'm sure what Tony's done, but I've never picked the thing up.
Yes, I've made it twice, actually, but you usually go for one early in the match. It's much safer.
Oh, good attempt. Good attempt, but she'll have to settle for an open frame there in the 3rd. Now it's Tony McFarlane, his chance.
Well, right here, this is where Tony can really take control of the match, but you'll see Alison here just going for one. Actually, I think she went for it. Ball hooked a little bit more than she thought, but she's happy. But Tony here now, if he gets up now, puts in a strike, this can really put a lot of pressure on Alison.
Big chance to get an early lead here, Chris.
She's got a game high of 290. He's on target for that now. Yeah, great shot. Great shot, guys.
Great shot, straight in the pocket. Never even looked in doubt.
Yep, fine. That's great. You can't ask for any more than that.
And we watch that one again.
Yeah. Here it is, straight in. Look, he's confident, rides it. He knew it as soon as he let it go, I think.
Pin cam sees clean in the bucket there, and we're at the end of the third frame. And it's Tony McFarlane in front by 3 pins, and he's coming off a double. Coca-Cola Classic, first round match between Tony McFarlane and Alison Fisher, both of Brisbane. Tony McFarlane is coming off a double here. He's 3 pins ahead already, and would dearly love to make it a turkey. Of course, he can still shoot 290, and that's his game high score so far.
Well, a 290 gives him the record for a high game on TV, so let's see if he can do it. No, that was he wouldn't have liked that shot at all. He's put it down early. Tony?
Yes, definitely dropped that one short again. Terry pulled his arm across his body, thus making the ball, as you see it go down the lane here, it crosses sharply to the Brooklyn side of the head pin.
Just accepts 8.
How tough's this spear, guys?
Well, it's pretty tough. Again, it's a sleeper. The left-hander now shooting for the same one as the right-hander was. The left-hander faces a chance of the ball staying out to the left.
No mistake. Well played that time. We'll have a look at it again on replay.
Well played, Chris. You'll see he's actually moved to the left-hand side of the lane to make the ball come towards the pins rather than go away from them.
Yeah, interesting here. You notice, as you're right, the ball didn't bite as much as I thought it would. It's stayed out that little bit. And he's picked it up safely, though. But now back to Alison. She must answer with a strike here.
Does so. Great shot that time. She's pretty happy. Needed to, coming off an open frame.
When you come off an open frame, you've got to get back out. You've got to get straight back up there again and get a strike. Here we'll see it. Goes a little high, but again, trips the 4-pin. 10. She's happy. You'll see it here on action cam or pin cam.
Yeah, cleaned him up. That was the desired result. Now needs a double. She's a long way behind Tony McFarlane. Tournament 14th seed. Alison Fisher now moving across to lane 11. And she's got a strike. Looking for a double here.
Well, she looks like she's collected her thoughts, taken a little bit of time. She's going through a pre-shot routine. Wants to double.
Big shot, this one.
Yeah, looked good from the moment it left her hand.
But a great shot. I'll bet you she's happy with that one.
Certainly will be. That one was exactly where she wanted to throw the ball, Terry. Exactly what she needed. Get right back into this match.
We'll see it here. The ball goes down, goes into the pocket. A great shot. She's happy with that. Really happy. It's right through the ball and loves it. Great. Good shot.
Looks very confident out there, Terry.
She does. I'm surprised.
Oh, and a great reply there from Tony McFarlane. He's not going to give in without a fight. The crowd enjoying the action here at Logan City Lanes as we watch the style of young Tony McFarlane.
Yeah, we've got his mother sitting up in the stand watching him and urging him on. Here we see it on pin cam. A great shot. That's perfect. Dead flush, 10 in the pit.
Chris, this is one of the many of our ladies versus men's matches at the moment. It should be interesting to see the result of this one also.
Great pairing here, these two. Averaging 199 and 203 in the seedings tournament. McFarlane now.
Well, Tony, that was a bit of a bad break. When we get the pin cam here, we'll really be able to work out what happened there.
Well, it's a fine line between throwing a great strike and throwing a great ball. And this one here is a great ball. It just didn't strike. You see it come up just a touch too high.
I don't think he could really believe it, but I'm sure he'll be determined to put this one away and at least close the frame.
A good spare.
So far, no open frames there for Tony McFarlane. He's looking the goods at the moment. The pressure really is on Alison Fisher. She really wants a strike here to make it 3 in a row, a turkey. As we look at the style of McFarlane, he liked it. He was happy with the result.
Straight off the same line as that sleeper it was, Chris.
Looks very comfortable through the shot, doesn't he?
Yes, well, he's only thrown the one wayward shot so far, Terry.
Alison Fisher now, lane 12. Yeah, does it. A turkey for Alison Fisher. And we're at the bottom of the 6th frame. And in front is Tony McFarlane by 11 pins, but Alison Fisher coming off a turkey.
This strike needs one more to take the lead. She put a lot of pressure on Tony.
Of course, we're into the 1989 Goldpin Coca-Cola Classic. This is a round 1 match. Alison Fisher, Alf as she likes to be called, up against Tony McFarlane Macca. And Alf really on a roll at the moment and would dearly love to continue this with another strike on lane 11. Gone Brooklyn, and the desired result. Oh, she is pumped up now. This is looking good.
This is turning out to be such a good match. She's really psyched up. Look at her there. Look at this here. The ball goes down. She goes. She hopes. She looks at it. Will it? Will it? Oh,
yes.
Goes. She loves it.
Yes, that was great, Terry. It's a big psychological advantage to get that 4th strike in a row now. This really puts the wood on Tony.
Yeah, in a matter of a couple of frames, Alison has jumped to the front. Tony really is under a lot of pressure. Let's see what his reply is on lane 12. Yeah, he liked it. Right in the pocket. That was fantastic bowling under pressure.
Great shot, Chris. That was a great shot, that one. He just can't throw it any better than that. Right in the pocket. As we see him go down here, makes the ball go nice and long down the lane. Holds right there. There it is.
See it here again on pin cam. Yep, 10 in the pit. And that ball only deflected a small amount, which is what it's really supposed to do, to take them all out cleanly.
We're into the 8th frame here, and if Tony strikes out, 248 maximum for him. Alison strikes out, 257. So there is really nothing in it at this stage. He likes it again. That's fantastic bowling. That's a double there for Tony McFarlane. He's really pumped up now.
But they're both really going for it tit for tat. We'll see here he bowls another perfect shot. He is really bowling well. These have been 2 good shots under pressure, and it really psychs you up. It really gets you pumped up. Alison here just collecting a breath, taking deep breaths to calm herself down, getting rid of those little bit of nerves. If she gets another one here, we've got a big match on our hands.
Alison Fisher with 4 strikes in a row, looking for 5. Yes, and she has done it. Boy, oh boy, what a good match. Just 9 pins in it at the moment as we check out Alison Fisher. Let's have a look at it again, Terry.
Going a bit high. She loves it. This is such a great shot. You'll see the 4-pin tripping out there. And she gets her 5th in a row. This is turning out to be such a good match. You know, probably a lot of people think the women couldn't compete with the men, but Alison is showing here that this is a great match, and she's really going to go out and do it.
She's the 14th seed. She's from Zilmere in Brisbane. 37 years of age and self-employed. Only played in 1 Coke before, and she placed 3rd in that in the women's section. Gone Brooklyn again, but gee whiz, she is nailing these. That's fantastic. Top of the 9th, and she's looking the goods.
That's just great. That is tremendous. Now, this is a very key shot. The foundation frame that was. She set up the possibility of not losing this match right now with that strike.
She has 2, Tony. From the scores, she can punch out for 257. Tony can only get 248.
There's no more important shot than what Tony's going to throw right now.
Oh,
He's got to throw a strike here to stay in this match and look good. He's got to just get this strike here, one at a time. One at a time.
Oh, no. Never looked good, that one.
That's just a bit of tension coming in, Chris. It's he wanted to do it so badly. You tend to try and knock the pins over rather than bowl the ball. You will see it. Tries to do too much. He points the ball, looks at it, just tried to point it straight in the pocket. You can't do that.
No.
But it really, Tony's in dire straits now. Alison has to miss.
He's got to at least spare this one up. Does so. Still hasn't had an open frame. Alison Fisher has. But at the moment, in the round 1 match, in the 1989 Goldpin Coca-Cola Classic, Alison Fisher leads by 10 pins at the end of the 9th frame. Welcome back. 10th frame of this first round match between Alison Fisher and Tony McFarlane in the 1989 Goldpin Coca-Cola Classic. McFarlane has to strike out here, Terry.
He has to strike every shot now. He doesn't have any option, and he has to hope that Alison opens, or else he's just dead.
Oh, he liked it. He gave that a bit of encouragement. That'll keep a smile on his face.
That will. That keeps him in the match. You'll see there, he gets the ball out, throws, hopes.
Yes, it's a good shot, that one, Terry. It's a good key shot. Sets up for the next strike and gets him back into the match with at least a very good chance of winning this at least.
Without that shot, he was just, as I said, he has to strike here. Takes his time.
Well, he should have a first-hand knowledge of all the lanes. He is a bowling centre technician, 30 years of age. First Coca-Cola Classic. And what pressure. Come on! Yeah, he liked it. He called that one.
This is great. He's really humped up. He's psyching himself. You know, he needs every pin here. If he doesn't strike out, Alison can still win.
This match here, you see the shot going in straight in the pocket again, Chris. It's very much poised now with Alison having to throw a key shot.
Yeah, she
really to throw it.
She really has to strike, because if she gets 9, she loses. If Tony gets one more strike, so he can put this match away.
Leeds jostled around in this match about 4 times, actually.
Fantastic first round match. Let's wait for it. Oh, so close. But a good finish all the same.
Well, Chris, we could theoretically have a tie here. If Alison goes 9 spare strikes, she'll tie.
Tony McFarlane, here he is, putting the finishing touches to his 10th frame. Ends up with a 9, leaves the 10 pin there. 226 is his final score. Now it's up to Alison Fisher. She really has got a bit of work to do here. Can't afford to make any mistakes.
Just showing how important pin count is there, Chris. Had Tony struck in that frame, Alison would have had to throw this strike. So she's got a little bit of breathing space, but she's still going for that strike.
There's an 8. The run comes to an end.
But it still gives her enough pins, Chris. She's still running at a 230 pace. So all she's got to do is spare the frame. But if she doesn't spare, she loses.
Yeah, that's how tight it is, and you can see the anguish on her face there from that replay.
That's not actually a bad spare to leave. If you're going to leave something to play safe, the 1-2's pretty safe to leave. All you've got to do is hit the head pin.
That's what you're aiming for the first time, Terry, and I'm quite sure she's hit that several times. As a matter of fact, I don't think she's missed it this game.
No, she hasn't missed the head pin. She might like to play a little bit more direct at it.
Yeah, look good. That's it. She's home and hosed now. That was a good delivery.
Great delivery that, Chris. Confident shot. She is wrapped. She loved that.
She's extremely happy. The only thing that can get her now is if she throws it in the gutter, and I doubt very much whether that's going to happen.
Confident stroke with that one. Just stroke through the ball very easily.
You did rule out a foul, though. I mean, if that was ever happened.
I did rule out a foul. No, gutter ball has happened, though, in one of these matches.
Yeah. Somebody threw a gutter ball, did they, Terry?
Yes, they did.
Can't remember who, could you?
We can't wish that on anyone.
That's enough.
That's it. Right in the flush of the pocket. And a good finish there from Alison Fisher. She's through to the second round of the 89 Goldpin Coca-Cola Classic. She takes out this first round match, 235 to 226 from Tony McFarlane, and the crowd really appreciating the tightness of this match.